Good morning and welcome to Morning Tarot, and today we are doing the last three in the suit of wands. So that is the King, the Queen and the Ace of Wands. So lots to talk about this morning. And we'll set, oh no, I've got it upside down. I was going to put the King upside down there. I actually don't do reversals, as a side note, when I do tarot reading spreads. A lot of people do. I don't. I think that you can see the meaning of a card from the situation around it, from what you're drawn to in the card. So I've never really read reversals. I don't really find them that useful, but that's not saying they're not useful, they're just not for me. Anyway, bit of trivia about me and reversals in spreads. I don't tend to use them, so there's no point in me putting the King up here reversed. So, King of Wands. As we were saying yesterday, talking about the characteristics of fire signs, one being the suit of fire, I think that he shares a lot of characteristics with the Page and with the Knight, kind of that big-heartedness, that generosity, and someone who comes from kind of a place of enthusiasm and happiness. The King of Wands is a very amiable fellow, as far as I'm concerned. You know, he's a bit more mature because he's the king. He can be kind of an older person or someone who has a slightly older outlook than the real kind of youthful fire, get up and go of the Page and the Knight. But he is very much still someone who he likes a good time. He likes to party a little bit. He is somebody who loves to be entertained. The King of Wands is definitely, he can be an entertainer himself, and he likes to be entertained. So he likes to surround himself, or her, because this can represent a woman as well, obviously. It's a personality who will surround themselves with fun people, and who's probably always doing kind of different activities, and very much likes to be entertained. I always get a bit of a kind of like a Henry VIII sort of feeling from this card. Someone who kind of likes, you know, hunting and fishing and drinking and dancing and, you know, all the good stuff in life. Or I say good stuff, kind of the fun things. So he's definitely an entertainer who likes to be entertained as well. So you're probably going to have a good time around him. He makes a good king. I mean, he makes a good sort of leader, or a good boss, or a good person of authority, because he's very generous. This is somebody who will freely give time, who will freely give money, who doesn't kind of penny pinch, who doesn't begrudge people's stuff. They are always willing to help out. They're very generous with whatever they have. But at the same time, I think that something that's really kind of notable about this is the King of Wands is looking away. You know, he's sitting, he's got quite an open stance, so it shows that he's like an open, generous sort of person, and an honest sort of a person as well. But he's like looking the other way, because this is someone who does like to be entertained, and so can be a little bit easily distracted. So if you're looking for somebody who's just going to focus on one thing or one situation, he's probably not the guy. So he will be moving on to the next thing quite quickly, and his focus is quite easy to shift because he wants to be entertained. He's always looking for something new. So you've got, like, they bring up the King of Swords, who is very stern, who passes judgment, who's a kind of very strong arbiter in situations, a very intense kind of personality. And then we have the King of Cups, who as a personality is very calm and very gentle and very kind, and doesn't like to get involved in difficult situations, and is kind of a more serene and a quiet kind of a leader. This is somebody who is definitely a popular kind of a leader, a popular sort of a king, an open-hearted person. They will do anything for anybody, but at the same time they can be a little bit selfish, because they are easily distracted, because they do want to have a good time. They want everyone else to have a good time too, but they do have that tendency to be sometimes a little bit on the selfish side, or kind of a bit prone to, what am I trying to say, like the kind of person who, when they're kind of concentrating on you and focusing on you, you really feel like you're standing in the sun, like you're in the spotlight, and you really enjoy the warmth of their attention. But then when they kind of turn away, you can feel a bit left out in the cold. Suddenly it's like, what happened? You know, you were focusing on me, I had all of your attention, and their focus will come back to you, but you know, they are very kind of changeable in that sort of way. So he's an easily distracted sort of a guy. But he's a very loyal sort of character as well. He's a loyal king. He's got this little fire salamander here next to him. It's so cute, representing kind of that sort of fire side, I suppose. I'm trying to say like lizardly side, but he's not lizardly. He's not like snake-like at all. I wouldn't say as a character or as a personality. He's a nice guy, but he just needs a bit of focusing sometimes. And the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is an interesting lady. She, unlike the King, is facing full on straight forwards, but again, she's looking away to one side because she also is a woman who likes to be amused, and she likes distraction, and she likes different things, and she likes stuff to grab her attention. She's a very kind of positive character in a lot of ways. You know, she's called the sunflower here, kind of this open stance. In fact, I think if you have a look at her stance, the way she's sitting is really quite suggestive, because this character and this person, male or female, is somebody who is not beyond using their looks or kind of using their powers of persuasion and their character and their personality to get what they want. So this is someone who knows how to get what they want, whatever they had to do. I'm not saying this is somebody who sleeps around and uses sexuality and sex necessarily to get what they want, but they can certainly use their charms because they're somebody, a personality that people are drawn to. It's quite an attractive person in a lot of different ways, and they are not beyond using that. They know that they're a magnetic character, they know that they're an attractive person, and so they can be a little bit manipulative. I mean, the cat here very much represents kind of feminine energy and female sort of sensuality and female qualities, and so this is a woman, if it's representing a woman in the spread, that really is a very sensuous character, a very sensuous person. She has a lot of kind of that passion and that kind of exciting energy about her, and it can represent a man as well, just not necessarily a woman. It's not an effeminate thing, but it's somebody who really has that kind of sleek feline way about them when they want to. You know, cats have an amazing capacity, an amazing ability to get what they want. Cats do things in their own way, on their own schedule. They always get what they want. They're master manipulators, and so this person can be a master manipulator if they choose to do so. But again, it's an open stance, so it's somebody who is a generous person. It is an open-hearted character that's represented here, someone who likes the sunny side of life, someone who likes fun, someone, and she's holding the, you know, the wand and the creativity. This is somebody who is inspiring and likes to be inspired. I think there's a lot of kind of creative inspiration that comes around this card. So this is a sort of where you've got the King of Wands, who gives me that Henry VIII vibe every time I look at him, who, you know, is this kind of big, generous, open-hearted character who's, you know, always in the middle of stuff and has this kind of like spotlight type gaze. The Queen of Wands is similar, but I think that it is just more kind of a traditionally female kind of quality, what we think of female energies, and that kind of like very cat-like sort of way. I find it hard to explain what I'm trying to mean about that. Trying to mean what I do mean. And those people, all those characters, especially like the King and Queen there, I didn't point out, actually both have tapestries behind their thrones with lions on them. You know, these are real lions. These are big characters. These are people who can fight. I mean, they're fighters. They are successful people. They're strong people. They're both motivated sort of characters. The lion being like the king of the jungle. Now, you get a king and a queen together and spread, and you're probably looking at a real power couple. Alright, so the final one that we're looking at for Wands is the Ace of Wands. And as with all the other aces in the deck, it's just something that's coming into your life. This represents the general energy, as the aces tend to, the general energy around the deck. So this is talking about real creativity, real inspiration, kind of hope, vision, and breaking down barriers, finding new ways to look at things, and really discovering what you're passionate about. I think if the ones are telling us anything, they're all telling us to kind of discover what we love, discover what our passions are, discover what really motivates us, what really kind of drives us, what we want to do, what makes us sparkle, and what gives us that kind of little thrill inside and that excitement inside for life. And the ace is encapsulating all of that. And when you see this card come in, it's a really important moment, and it's saying, it's yours. You know, this is like it, the wish is yours. You can do it. If you can dream it, you can do it. You know, no dream is too big. It's a card that's telling you to not just to dream in the way to think, but to really sort of have vision and really trust your creativity, trust your intuition, trust that you know where you're going, that you know what you want to do, because if this card shows up for you, it's telling you you absolutely can. This is a great success, that whatever kind of creative or adventure or whatever thing personal to you that you really want to do, whatever really kind of floats your boat, motivates you, if you see the Ace of Wands, it is telling you that yes, you know, it's done, you can do it. It's a real kind of lucky, pushing, going ahead sort of a card. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little trip through the suit of wands, and I will be back next week to do the final suit in the 4 suits, which is of course the suit of pentacles, the suit of coins. I use pentacles, I say pentacles because I use the Rider-Waite deck, and then after that I think we'll probably be looking at the major arcana. So everyone have a great Friday and a lovely weekend, and I will see you next Monday. Mwah, much love, bye.